I'm going to just show how I make hard-boiled eggs in my electric pressure cooker. I've had really good luck with this so far, and I'm just going to show you how I do it. Plenty of people ask questions online. I have a formula that I follow every single time, and it works pretty well every single time. But let me show you what I've got going on. This is a pressure cooker I have, got it from Walmart. I put the insert inside, and I add 1.5 cups of water. And then I put in these plain old vegetable steamers. Then I add 15 jumbo eggs fresh out of the refrigerator. And I just put them in here. But it doesn't really matter, in my experience, if you stack them just a little bit. I cook mine on the soup setting for 5 minutes. I don't know what your setting is going to be, but mine's going to be soup, and then time cook, 5, start. Put the lid on. Make sure your pressure valve is closed. This is open, this is closed. While they are cooking, I prepare an ice bath. I would say any second now this thing's going to lock up. There we go. It closes, the steam stops, and soon the countdown timer will begin. So my pressure cooker just beeped, and that signals the end of the cycle. Now I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes and let it do a natural release for 5 minutes. And by the way, this OH, a lot of people, including myself, think that means it's overheated. That's not true. That just means it's warm, staying warm on very low. Here comes that timer. If you release it too quickly, I believe that that's how the eggs burst. And it'll take a good 2 minutes for that to completely depressurize. And now you can see it has dropped, and the pressure is down low enough that it's safe to open the lid. A small amount of caution goes a long way when opening this. You twist it to the unlocked position and then lift the back and then set the lid out of the way. As you can see, I did lose 1 egg, but I think I only lost 1 egg. It burst while it was cooking, and that will be my test egg. I used the ladle that came with it in order to scoop the eggs over into the ice. Here's my little busted egg, and that I will use as my test egg. I'll give them at least 5 minutes in the ice bath. So the eggs have cooled for about 10 minutes or so. Let me just show you probably the #1 reason I bought an electric pressure cooker. Pulling off the eggshells like this. Done. Continue remainder, and it goes in the jar because these are going to become pickled eggs. But man, the shell just, it literally comes off almost in one piece. And look at this. Oh, I love it. 1, 2. How many of you said, buckle my shoe? Here's the one that got weird on me. It obviously broke early in the process. and the boiling water got inside. You can see the divots and things like that. I'm not too worried about being poisoned by it. Taste test. Nicely done, no green ring, or a little tiny bit, not much. But they're pretty firm, not overdone. As soon as I finish using my electric pressure cooker, I cool it off, and the very first thing I do is I pull out the silicone ring, because that is a source of so much trouble in this cooking world, is that the rings absorb the smell of whatever you have cooked and can actually transfer that smell into the next thing that you cook. I take mine off, I wash it with soap and water, and I store my unit just like this. My silicone ring is open to the air. It is not installed. I install it right before I use it every time. And as I wash this ring, I just pull it through, and then I get the corner of the sponge up in that slot, and I clean it just as thoroughly as I can. And also a little bit of maintenance that I do every couple of times I use it. I take a knife and I gently I gently launch that ring across the room. And with this pressure thingy, you depress it from the other side with your finger, pull off the silicone holder, and then it just slides out the other side. And then I clean these two things. Also, this just pulls out gently, and I clean inside here and inside here, because I don't want anything getting in the way of sealing the steam.